Hi guys, this is Ray, and welcome back to Nintendo Talks. And before I start this video, I actually want to give an apology about an error that has actually been made in a lot of my videos that I posted on my channel, and pretty much most of them actually. And basically the error I made is that the word discussion in the videos is actually spelled wrong. And that's due to a typo, so I've actually fixed that in this video and all videos going forward. So I just wanted to address that real quick. So moving on, the topic today that I wanted to address is basically the recent listings that Best Buy had on their websites of the Metroid Prime trilogy, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and Persona 5. All listings for Nintendo Switch. And basically, I just wanted to give my overall thoughts on this rumor of the listing that Best Buy basically listed on their website and just kind of have a discussion about it. So basically, I actually think this rumor is true, and I'm going to give a few reasons why. Number one, as far as the Metroid Prime trilogy, there has actually been a lot of different rumors about this before. And as I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire, like I said in another video. So I honestly feel that Metroid Prime Trilogy is coming to Nintendo Switch. And I think that, you know, especially with how Metroid Prime 4 was basically the development of that restarted, and fans are going to be waiting a long time for that release, I think it's a really good idea for the Metroid Prime Trilogy to come to Switch. And I think this rumor actually has a lot of credibility. And I just think it's overall true. The other listing that they had was Persona 5, and basically how Persona 5 is apparently coming to Nintendo Switch. And as we all know, Atlus has recently stated that there's going to be some Persona 5 news later in the month in April. So it kind of begs the question. There's also a rumor that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in April. So along with this Best Buy listing, Atlus saying they're going to have Persona news later in the month, and the rumored Direct and all this stuff, it's kind of seems like maybe Persona 5 is coming to Nintendo Switch. And if that was the case, that would be really cool, because I believe some of the only support we have from Atlus so far is Shin Megami Tensei. And there may be some other titles, but I can't really think of them on the top of my head. So, yeah. And then there's this listing of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And I find this one to be the most interesting, considering the fact that, obviously, Link to the Past is a Super Nintendo game. It's a retro classic Nintendo game. So, I don't think this is Virtual Console, obviously, because it's a Best Buy listing, so it has to be like a physical copy. I'm going to give some thoughts as to what I think this listing could be about. And the first thing is, I think it might be a remake of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, I know some fans are like, oh, well, wasn't The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds kind of like a remake to A Link to the Past? And I wouldn't really say so. I mean, it was definitely taking heavy inspiration from Link to the Past, with some of the same, like, viral, like, landmarks and stuff like that, and, like, a lot of the same settings and core features and stuff, but it was really different in a lot of ways, and it actually changed things up. And I don't even think Nintendo considers A Link Between Worlds A Link to the Past remake. I just think they consider it more of a reimagining, or more of a sequel, if you will. So, yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. But as far as what else I think this listing could mean, I think this is going to sound weird, but I think, what if Nintendo is going to release classic games physically as like Nintendo Switch cartridges in the stores? Now, obviously, there would be a lot of weird things about this. Number one, they'd have to price it low enough where it's worth the price, unless, that is, it's like a compilation of different Super Nintendo games, like not just Link to the Past, but say Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. So Nintendo obviously doesn't have the best track record pricing their games that low physically, or even digitally. So I feel as if this is kind of a little far-fetched, but who knows? Maybe Nintendo's replacement for the Virtual Console is they want to start selling some of these classic games physically as compilations to get more like profit off of them, because maybe like the virtual console wasn't doing that much for Nintendo as much as like fans were clamoring for it and stuff. Maybe like not a lot of the mainstream consumer was like buying virtual console games, and they were just buying the console and just buying a physical game, or even a mainstream like new digital game, like, or a physical game off the shelf. So that's just kind of a interesting thing if Nintendo would do that. I'm not sure if they would, but that's just like a little thought I had. So yeah, that's basically this rumor. I think if this rumor does turn out to be true, that's really awesome. I mean, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Persona 5, and something to do with Link to the Past, sign me up. Link to the Past is one of the best Zelda games ever. It's obviously a cult classic among Nintendo fans, and it's a great game. So that's just my thoughts on the rumor of the Best Buy listing of Nintendo Switch games, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.